My name is Elaine Vickery. I work and teach classes in my studio in Santa Rosa, California, which is in Sonoma County, which is where Art at the Source is done. And I'm really happy to be a member of Art at the Source this year. I work in a lot of mediums, several anyway. Some acrylic, a lot of oil pastel. I'm probably best known in the county and outside of the county for my silk paintings. I do work figuratively, but not particularly realistically. And when I paint on silk, I chose silk painting as my favorite subject matter because of the lively quality of it, the brilliance. The silk itself is has a kind of reflective sheen to it. So when you put the intense liquid dyes, they're water and alcohol based, and when you put those dyes on that white silk, the colors just glow. And I think my interest in that, I've always, even as a child, really wanted to achieve the greatest intensity of color. And crayons, of course, as a kid were never satisfying because there's not much color in them. So when I did silkscreen printing for a long time, and that's pretty intense. So when I discovered silk painting directly on the silk as a product, then that's when I knew I'm home here, I'm home. I think my main intention is to create joyful paintings, even serious ones, and I do some very serious ones that are kind of outside this kind of intention. The way the medium works is I stretch this heavyweight silk onto painting stretchers, and then, as in this one, I use the French gutta serti technique. Gutta serti is a liquid rubber that gets squeezed out of a tiny aperture on a little squeeze bottle. When I'm drawing with that, that's what creates the line, and it creates a barrier to hold the color in from one area to another. That line can't be changed. I can't erase it. I can't change my mind, so I have to live with it. So as a result, I've developed a kind of spontaneous use of line and composition. A lot of silk painting is people draw the outline for their composition, and then they kind of fill in the colors, and that's done. I tend to paint some, and then I draw some, and then I paint some, so that the composition is integrated with a color in a more organic manner. It doesn't end up looking like a coloring book. When the painting is all done, I take it off the stretchers, mount it flat, put a mat around it, and frame it, as you can see here, behind museum quality acrylic, so that it's protected from UV and dust and bugs. I do some very large paintings. I think the largest silk painting I ever did was a little over 5 feet by almost 4 feet. That's about as big as the silk I've been able to get. And those I don't frame. I take them off the stretchers and re-stretch them onto custom-made stretchers that are deep. And then I spray them with a UV protective coating. So my subject matter tends to the natural. I love natural forms. I love to celebrate ordinary objects with appreciation that indicates my delight in what I'm seeing. And I transform them. I do landscapes, and I do people, nudes, and interiors, and still life. So, thank you very much.